guys, welcome to Sanji's Kitchen, and yeah, you just saw that. We're back to doing a meat recipe, if you remember from last time.
Not a fan of hard-boiled eggs, they smell. If you don't like them, fine, I don't! Ah!
But for those who don't know, we are cooking the monstrous grilled giant Sandora dragon. Or, as it says on here, it's roast beef cooked in the frying pan. Yay! We're gonna have fun here. Now, if you already just saw, I have the steak already out. Am I already gonna start marinating? No, it just, the first step is to let it sit at room temperature for half an hour. Why? Not sure. But we're gonna list the ingredients. But we're going to list the ingredients needed for this recipe. What do you need to make this? Well, here we go as follows, such as 14-ounce prime or choice round steak whole. Here's the thing, if we didn't find this or had Rosen go to a butcher to do this, I was going to use 2 New York strips that equaled to the ounces that we needed. That was my backup for this. Thank God for my husband. Thank God for my wonderful husband. You also need half a clove of garlic, 1 teaspoon of salt, a little black pepper, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. Now, there's a sauce that goes on this thing, and it will come in the later steps. For the sauce, you need half an onion, half of a clove of garlic. Basically, you technically need 1 clove of garlic, but you can split that in half to tweak for the meat and sauce. Makes it easy! 3 tablespoons of sake, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of butter, and 1.5 to 1 teaspoon of vinegar. Oh, this is going to be an interesting sauce, but like I mentioned, we're letting this sit for half an hour, and you know what? Meat on its own is kinda boring for this dish, and I know in the cookbook they don't do this particular side, so as an added bonus, we're going to do some mashed potatoes my way as an additional side. So you get a Casey recipe added for the Sanji's Cookbook edition. Will this be turning out good? Well, this is when I do it. So basically what I do for my mashed potato recipe is I use some Yukon Gold potatoes. I'm letting them sit in a bowl of cold water to get all the excess stirred out. We're also going to clean these potatoes, and we're going to cut them into nice quarter pieces, and we're going to let them cook, boil on the stove top for quite a bit, because you want to make sure the potatoes fully cooked. How long? I say 20 minutes, 30 tops, but make sure that when you check the potatoes, a skewer goes through them. And once you're draining them, you're gonna put some butter, milk or heavy cream, and any seasonings you like. For me personally, I do salt, pepper, I like garlic powder, I do some paprika, and if I have it, sometimes I'll do a little splash of ranch seasoning to give it a little bit of a kick. Mix it, mash it all together, and then boom, you have yourself some mashed potatoes. Now, hopefully you'll see the product at the end of this. I know that just doing a steak on its own is kind of boring, so off to the side we're going to do my own mashed potatoes with it, just to complement the steak, because I'm literally cooking a steak here. It needs something to go with it, so I'm doing mashed potatoes off to the side for this recipe as I'm letting this sit. So I'm going to be prepping mashed potatoes during the half hour as we're processing this, and I'll see you in like a next jump cut. Okay, folks, now that we've let this wonderful beef sit at room temperature, we're going to get started. Here is what we're going to do. I'm going to push the cutting board here. Alright. Look at this. It's so big and juicy. Like so. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to rub salt, pepper, and we're going to put some minced garlic on this. as best we can. So I have to take my gloves off that I just put on, and we're going to rub all of the salt, all of the pepper on here. So let's do this. We're gonna take our good old sea salt. We're gonna go through. We have some black pepper now. So we're gonna grab a teaspoon. Because sadly, folks, since I'm using minced garlic that's already been minced, I have no way to actually make half garlic clove out of that, but you can figure it out. I know I can probably use half a teaspoon, but we'll figure it out as we go along. And also, I wish you could smell it because it's wonderful garlic. So, but no, we're definitely going basic here. I feel like I want to add some onion powder to the mix on the steak, so we'll add a little bit of onion powder, just a little, not too much, because there's going to be onion in the sauce. So we're going to start off. Oops, almost went on the wrong side. We're going to do salt. Then leave that open. Pepper. We're gonna leave that open. Only a little bit of onion. This is my only modification. I'm not gonna put too much onion, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna be careful with this. We're gonna plop this on here. I really hope this stays. God almighty, I really hope this stays. And then we're gonna mix it. So in the order when we filled it, we're gonna do the salts. Make sure you coat the sides that you missed. Trust me, you're going to need to cut the sides that you missed on this, guys. It makes it a lot easier. And then pepper. And onion. Just a little. We're gonna add a little more garlic. Like so. Alrighty. Perfect. There's so much garlic on here. But it should look like this. And then we're gonna transfer it over to our pan, where I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. As you can see, we have the mashed potatoes cooking on this side. Now we got the pan oiled. I'm gonna coat it evenly. Once this is fully heated up, we're gonna put the steak on. Double checking. Always make sure when you're checking the temperature on your pan, you don't stick your hand on top of the pan. You hover it about a good inch, and you can feel the heat on it. Right now, I can feel the medium heat. It's not bad. It's not scalding me. So make sure when you do check the temperature, have it above the pan about 1 or 2 inches. Pretty much like where the pan sits on this, that's where you want it. If you do it closer, you're gonna get yourself hurt. You don't want you to get yourself hurt. Also, again, make sure when you're looking at mashed potatoes, you keep an eye on your pot. In the meantime, since this is right, we're going to stick this behemoth on. Sear. Once we cook our meat, this is where it confuses me a bit. Cook the meat surface on medium heat, which I am. Then cover and heat on low for 6 to 8 minutes. I'm going to try my best to follow this recipe. I think I underestimated how tall this was. I should have started on no matter which side I picked, this is awkward. Yay! Let's wait 6 to 8 minutes and come back to see how it looks, and then we're gonna have to flip it for another 4 to 5 minutes. Yay! Okay, guys, it's been 6 to 8 minutes for me anyway. And now we get to flip this bad boy. I need it for another 4 to 5 minutes, so I'm going to take some tongs. Whoa! It actually fully covered it and steamed it. I'm gonna flip it like so. And then we're gonna cover you. Can I cover you? Oh, this is gonna be tricky. This is an awkward shape. Smash! Got an awkward steak. We're gonna do 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, the beef is supposed to be done cooking, so I'm gonna take it off. Take the big old meat. I can't believe this cooked. We're gonna take it in a Reynolds wrap. And then we're going to wrap it and let the heat stay in for 15 minutes straight. So this heats up fully. While we do that, we're gonna work on the sauce. So let's have fun. Started with the sauce, but we are keeping the meat juices on here. That's at least what the recipe tells me. And so, it's still low on heat, so we're still keeping it low on heat. Here is what we're gonna get the onion in here, so about 1, 2. That works. And the one thing neat about this meat juice, there's still some garlic in it. But we're still gonna add more garlic because why? So make your garlic back out and let's add some more. Or in this case, just a teaspoon again. So we want to be very, very gentle. Like so. And then we're gonna add sake. Now, if you remember last time, we used sake on the chicken. And we all know how that turned out. I know. It was a smart idea. So make sure when you're using sake, get the for cooking one. And this will help. And you're going to need about 3 tablespoons worth of sake. So I'm gonna be very careful of this. So 1, 2, 3. Whoa, careful with the splash there. I'm okay. We're okay here. Remember, sake is alcohol. Be careful of handling alcohol while cooking. And then I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. Ooh, I can smell the alcohol. I'm just gonna mix that up with the juices. And then when this bubbles, we're going to be adding soy and butter to this. So we're going to be doing that off camera. And yeah. Meanwhile, I'm going to be dealing with my mashed potato mix since I still have some time there. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this while I deal with my mash off screen. Alright, we have our sauce bubbling. So you know what that means, folks. It's time to add some soy sauce and some butter. Now, for the soy sauce, once again, you need only 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. So, okay, we're gonna add 1. This is going to be extremely salty with all of the ingredients. Ooh, just right. Alright. Then you only need half a tablespoon of butter. And again, if you have your measurement of your butter, make sure you have it. But for me, personally, I can still measure by eye. And I'm trying to grab it, folks. Bam. There. So, we need about this much. I'm gonna grab stuff on the side. Like so. There you go. Now, with that, you mix this.
Make sure it's nicely mixed. We're making this weird, almost, it seems like we're doing like almost like teriyaki sauce, kind of. Oop. But that's what it feels like to me. We're also making sure when we're making the sauce, we're burning the alcohol out. We don't want it to be too tipsy with this sauce. Make sure everything is nicely incorporated. Also, the alcohol is pretty much burnt. All I smell is soy right now. Alright. Now, the last ingredient we need is vinegar, but there's a problem. Apparently, the only vinegar we have is apple cider. Is apple vinegar?
Now, we're out of regular vinegar. However, I did learn that if you want a replacement, you can use mustard or hot sauce. But look, we have hot sauce. This is an alternative for vinegar if you do not have it in your house. So please be mindful. We're also going to do a little half teaspoon of this, because this is still hot sauce we're talking about here, folks. But hot sauce can help with acidity. That's what the vinegar is there for, to help with acidity. So we're gonna put that in. I'm gonna mix it. Like so. It's not smelling as soy, like super salty with it, so we're just making do a couple more drops of this. Just a couple. There we go. Yeah, when you think you have almost every single ingredient and realize the one thing you need is not in, but the good news, you look up alternatives or substitutes that still help the same thing. This is why it's helpful. And it's not smelling super like salt, like soy. Like soy has a super strong taste, so this is not tasting as bad. And so we're gonna turn the heat off, put this sauce off to the side, and then we get to finish off the mashed potatoes, and then everything should be ready. Okay, folks, with that done, we have not only the wonderful grilled giant Sandora dragon, we also have made lovely mashed potatoes that goes a nice garnish on the side, and we also have made the sauce, which is still sitting on the oven. But for now, I wonder how I don't know how my mashed potatoes taste. Get out of there. I wonder how this tastes. We're about to find out. We're gonna cut this after letting it be in this Reynolds wrap for a bit. So, oh, this is. I'm gonna cut it this way.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's yours.
What?
I like it's a good cut, but I feel like, ooh, this side looks good for me.
I mean, I'm more of a middle guy, but
I like this. I'm more.
Is that cooked fully?
Yeah, but I can always cut more this way.
Turn that side. Is that cooked fully?
It was an awkward shape, but I can cut more here.
Yeah. No, I mean, like right there, that looks red. Or is that just a shadow?
The middle's a bit that's a rare, so
I go like a medium.
I'm trying my best. This was an awkward shape to cover.
That's fine. It looks good. Smells good.
It's supposed to look like that from the book, sadly.
Is it raw? Is what I'm asking.
It's rare. It's like medium rare. It's rare, medium rare stuff. Yeah.
Okay, then
we can always cook this more in the oven off the camera.
That's so good.
See, that's safe for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This is hard, Isaac. There. Oh no, I have a pan I need to clean later. Okay, we're gonna cut this.
Smells great.
Yeah. This is hard. This is why I wanted to do regular steaks.
Alright, but this is what the recipe calls for.
I know, but still, I feel like I'm carving a ham. Okay.
It's like a prime rib.
And then, Grammy, give me your plate. Give me yours. Now we're gonna see if he's too tall for my camera.
Let's keep going so I can.
Let's see if this is worth it.
amazing.
I can't even eat mine.
Really?
Mine is too tough.
Here. We should just plop it in.
I can't even eat right into it, folks. I have to cut mine. This is why I like medium well. Okay, I can still taste the sauce. Here's the here's the thing. I'm surprising Rita for this time. We had no vinegar, so I looked online for vinegar replacements that were safer. So I put a little bit of hot sauce into the sauce portion.
It works.
Yeah. Again, alternatives for vinegar is like mustard or hot sauce or anything.
Alright, that's an easy yes for me. That's delicious.
I think while this would be an S, I'm only making it to A. There's a reason. I'm only making it A because technically you don't need to make a whole steak. Like using a round steak for this. I feel like this would still work if you just had two regular New York strips.
Okay, but the taste is what we're rating.
I know.
Fair enough.
Taste is great though. I say again, as much as this would be an S, I say an A just to switch out the meat.
Whatever.
Because it's all right. I will say that trying to cook the awkward shape of it over on the stovetop when you need to cover it was very, very tricky. Especially because the lid wouldn't close.
Fair enough.
So, but otherwise, this, for me, personally, this is an A. Rosen gets an S for this, but thank you all so much for joining us for Sanji's Kitchen. For now, since we didn't really try it, do you guys want to try my mashed potatoes, please?
They're good.
They're good.